This data set, which is in the file called exercise 2hkre.xls, is analyzed extensively in later chapters. It lists the characteristics of 108 apartments that were sold in a place called Deepwater Bay in Hong Kong. Ultimately, we'll be interested in explaining the sale price of these apartments in terms of the characteristics. In other words, why did it sell so high? Why did it sell so low? In other words, the characteristics will be input variables and the performance measure will be the sale price. For now, however, we're just interested in getting an overview of the characteristics themselves. The four characteristics listed are the number of bedrooms, we call them beds, the number of bathrooms, baths, the number of dedicated car parking spaces, and the age of the apartment since construction. Let's start out, here's the data, and let's start out finding a way to make a table to count how many times each one of these variables is seen. I put over here in the left-hand column, in column E, I put the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we simply have to come up with the formula to be able to automatically count the number of times that we see, for example, the number of times that we see 0 in the column A, in beds. So, this is how we do it. All right, we will begin. We're going to use the function COUNTIF here. And the mentality behind that is we're going to select this box right here, and we're going to put a formula in here that will count the number of times in column A that we find the number 0. And then in the next box, we will count the number of times that we see the number 1. You only have to really do this once, and let's get to it. So in this box, I'm going to count the number of times that we see 0 in column A. So we say equals, all formulas begin with an equals, COUN, and we start spelling out COUNTIF. We get a list of, in alphabetical order, of all the possible formulas that have the words, that have the letters COUN in them. I see the one that I want is that one right there, COUNTIF. If I have it selected in blue, I can hit Tab and it will automatically finish the formula and put the first parenthesis in there. It also then shows me what is expected next. What is the argument that it's looking for? In this case, it's range, the range that you want to observe. So we are going to come over here and click on that number and then hold Shift Control and the down arrow, and it will select all the way to the bottom of that column, and it will stop after the last number is found. So the range is going to be from A2 to A109. Now, because I want to copy this formula down, I'm going to do something called anchoring. So this is right now from A2 to A109. If you hold down the F4 key, just click it once, you'll see that it put dollar signs in front of the A, in front of the 2, in front of the A, and in front of the 109. That made those cells, it referenced them, what we call it, they're anchored. So now as the formula is copied down, what you'll see is it will always refer to A2 to A109 without shifting as we copy it down. So there's the range. Then it wants a comma, so I put a comma in. And the criteria is going to be what's in this box right here. So I just click there, E2. Hit close parenthesis and hit enter. Looks like there are 0 apartments that have 0 bedrooms. But I can select that box, and using the little square right here in the lower right-hand corner, I can drag that little square down to right there, and it will do the same thing in each one of these. So apparently there are 0 apartments that only have 1 bedroom. Now, you can click up here in the formula bar and see what is being referenced. So the blue is A2 to A109, which looks correct. And E3 is now the number 1. So the number of times that the number 1 was found was also 0. However, there were 54 times that the number 2 was found. So we have here a clever way of doing that. Now, there's a second way we can do that for baths. And what we can do, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select Shift, Control, down arrow, all of that. And I'm going to name that. I'm going to name it baths. I give a name to that array. So now when I come in here and I say equals COUNTIF, tab, the range, I can just start typing baths. And there you see it. You see it right there. Baths it's a range. So I can just hit tab and it will automatically count baths, comma, the number 0. Close parenthesis, enter. And if I copy that down, all right, what have I got here? Fill without formatting. There are 42 apartments that have 1 bath and 62 that have 2 baths and 4 that have 3 baths. All right, nice. So we can do the same thing for cars. Let's name this CARS, so that when I come over here and I say equals COUNTIF, the range is going to be cars, comma, and once again, the number 0, close parenthesis, enter. When you name a range and later refer to it, it's automatically, it never changes there. So, looks like most of them have a 1-car carport or garage or whatever. There's a few that have a double and 4 that have no parking whatsoever. So there we have it. Oops, I didn't copy it down far enough. So I can just click here and copy it. Oh, come on. One more down, right there. Come on. There we go. Now at the bottom here, you want the totals. Now there's a quick way to do the totals. You see the sum sign right here? You can just click on that and it will automatically sum. Notice that it gave me what it was summing before I approved it. And in each case, there should be 108 observations, so that is correct. So that is how we would make the tables for this particular problem.